Today I'm going to make delicious cocktails with fruit and berry purees, mango, passion fruit, blackcurrant and raspberry, and see if it's better than using liqueurs and syrups. In the 1980s, when you weren't around yet and I was a little kid, the American cocktail industry was in its heyday, or hitting the rock bottom depending on who you ask. Nevertheless, many of the cocktails we know today were invented then. New classics, although there's nothing new about that, 40 plus years have passed. In those days, few people cared about the subtleties of taste, balance, and even their own health. So they used, for example, sweet and sour mix powders, poured liters of blue curacao and other eye-piercing liqueurs, garnished everything with umbrellas and plastic palm trees, and sprinkled tons of sugar on top. And I'm not complaining. It was a fun time in its own way, even though I was a young innocent boy at that time and certainly wasn't interested in cocktails yet. Since then it has become customary to strive for sustainability, zero waste, to avoid using plastic and opt for everything natural and organic. And now many bartenders try to use natural fruits instead of liqueurs and syrups. Good luck finding a blue orange, by the way. Unlike liqueurs and syrups, it's quite a pain to work with fresh fruits and berries. They go bad quickly, they change in flavor depending on the season, so it's much more convenient to stock up on ready-made frozen fruit purees. And that's what I'm going to use today. Let's start with mango. It's a great fruit for cocktails, because in addition to sweetness and bright flavor, it also has a thickening effect, so it affects the texture of your cocktails. Sweet Liberty Drinks and Supply Company, the cherished bar in Miami Beach, offers a frozen spicy mango margarita. A delightful twist on the traditional margarita, while not excessively strong, it achieves a harmonious blend of the tequila's vegetal essence and the mezcal's gentle smokiness, and the hint of spice adds a subtle kick. Let's make this cocktail in a blender. And to the blender we're gonna add Blanco tequila, 1 ounce, 30 milliliters. Mezcal, half an ounce, 15 milliliters. Freshly squeezed lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce, 22 milliliters. Agave syrup, 3/4 of an ounce, 22 milliliters. And a couple dashes of hot sauce. In the original they use 5 dashes of chili tincture, but I don't have it. The hot sauce will do. About this much of ice. It's time to blend now. I dedicate this blend to this comment. It's done. And now strain our cocktail to the appropriately named margarita glass. Garnish with a lime wheel. It's spicy, it's mangoey, the tequila and mezcal work together great, which is no surprise for me. I recommend this cocktail. It's great and fun. Maybe a little bit less of Tabasco. Next we have raspberries and blackcurrants, because we are making Russian Spring Punch, created in the 1980s by the legendary Dick Bratzel. As the author himself puts it, it is basically a spiked Kir Royale over ice. It conforms to the punch formula: sweet, sour, strong, weak. Except the most weak part is, normally soda or juice, is replaced with champagne, turning this recipe into a sledgehammer of a cocktail. But very tasty, nonetheless. The cocktail is shaken. And to the shaker we're gonna add vodka, 1.5 ounce, 45 milliliters. Raspberry puree, half an ounce, 15 milliliters. And blackcurrant puree, also half an ounce, 15 milliliters. A rich simple syrup, about 1/3 of an ounce, 10 milliliters. It is 2 parts sugar, 1 part water. And freshly squeezed lemon juice, about 3/4 of an ounce, 22 milliliters. Fill the shaker with ice and shake it vigorously, dedicating the shake to this comment. Fill the highball glass with ice and fine strain the cocktail. And top up with brewed champagne or sparkling wine, about 2 ounces, 60 milliliters. Garnish with a couple of raspberries. And now it's time to taste it, but first I'm gonna mix it up. Very refreshing. A lot of fruits and berries in taste. I like it. If I used creme de cassis and raspberry liqueur, as in the original, it would be a little bit sweeter, but you can always adjust the amount of simple syrup, or rich simple syrup. But I like this variation better, because it tastes fresher. Passion fruit is probably the most popular fruit puree for making cocktails. There's even an expression: if something goes wrong with your cocktail, just add passion fruit. It's sweet and sour and fruity, and it really makes everything better. There are popular cocktails with passion fruit puree, like the Porn Star Martini, Hurricane, but tonight I'm going to do something a little different. I'm gonna make a killer cocktail. Adapted from a recipe created by Tess Posthumus, Amsterdam, Netherlands. The cocktail is shaken, and to the shaker we're gonna add amaretto, 1.5 ounce, 45 milliliters, dry gin, 1 ounce, 30 milliliters, Italian red bitter liqueur, Campari or some other red bitter liqueur, 1/3 of an ounce, 10 milliliters. Passion fruit puree, about 20 to 30 milliliters, so 2/3 to 1 ounce. A little bit of rich simple syrup, about 5 milliliters. And freshly squeezed lemon juice, about 3/4 of an ounce, 22 milliliters. Fill the shaker with ice and shake it vigorously, dedicating the shake to this comment. To the old-fashioned glass, put a big ice ball and fine strain the cocktail. Garnish with a piece of lemon, which will resemble the shark's fin, and a little bit of bitters, which will represent blood. This is a killer cocktail. Maybe my favorite from today's video. It's really great. The only problem is to make the lemon stand up. It's a perfect balance of sweetness, a little bit of acidity, but not too much. And amaretto goes great with fruit, with a passion fruit in this case. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Thanks for watching. Check out other videos on my channel, like this one or this one. All the recipes in text form are on my website, thedrcork.com. If you want to support my channel, join the YouTube membership or become a patron on Patreon. Drink responsibly, and as always, до свидос!